Hi, this is Natalie with the Fifth Journey. Going to be making a fun hot chocolate soap today. So I'm using the hot cocoa fragrance oil, and if I remember correctly, I think this one was actually discontinued, but it is supposed to behave well and discolors to a deep brown. So I'm not going to add any brown to it. I'm going to do hopefully some swirls, and so I'll use this in the base, and then before I put that in, I'll take some colors, or excuse me, take some soap out, some of the batter out, and I'll leave one plain, and then I'll put a little bit of titanium dioxide into the other one. So going on, I have some little marshmallows I made. This is out of an LCP, light cold process, low sweat glycerin soap base that I added some titanium dioxide as well as some silver mica. Not silver, kind of like a white silvery mica, so it's real pretty. And we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pour that in. I'm soaping at a little bit cooler. The last batch I did was a little warm, on the warm side. Maybe that kind of dealt with some of the issues or contributed to some of the issues. So I'm going to be going a little bit cooler and hopefully get some swirls in there. And let's go ahead and get started. Got to put my goggles on, can't forget that. We're back, it's the next day, and I'm really happy how this turned out. So we had some weird colors going on when I added that fragrance oil in, but now it is turned into a nice dark brown, and it should actually go darker than this, but we've got some good swirls. So we've got the dark chocolate, and I have those little marshmallow embeds in there, and then I have the white swirls and the natural swirls without any colors or fragrance or anything in them. I went ahead and trimmed the sides real quick, and we're going to cut them. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Usually I would use a loaf cutter, but since it has the embeds in there, these are harder, and this does not cut these. And also it might mush them in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it with this, and then I'm going to use this cutter to cut the individual bars. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to cut off the ends really quick and see how that looks. Now we should have, it should still be fairly light in the middle because that vanilla content reacts with the air, so that is not going to be very dark on the inside. So there you have it. I went ahead and used the loaf cutter because when I was cutting these with the knife, I didn't have any resistance. So I was afraid I was going to have that. So I went ahead and used the loaf cutter, and they came through just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and trim up the sides. They're a little bit rough looking, and then we'll put them on the curing racks, and those will darken up, and we'll have more of a variety of the color, but that's going to be really pretty. And we will come back for a final look when they are cured and ready to go.